Poking Fun with Edo Podcast.
Hey everyone, it's Edo 4 and welcome back to my second podcast channel called Edo Coco. For those that are new and those who are not, welcome back. So today for our 8th episode here is our guest is Mattack and also my best friend Rib. So here we go. Hey everyone, this is the third interview of the century of Talking Fun with Edo with my guest here, YouTuber Mattack, and also my good friend here, Rib.
Yo.
So how are you doing today, Matt?
Doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing good too, man. So basically, in your videos you do a lot of editing, right?
Yes.
So definitely the biggest thing I would like to know is when did you first start editing?
Interesting question. I haven't I don't know any of the questions beforehand, by the way. Just want to throw that out. This is all natural, all right? Basically, I'm giving myself time to actually think of the answer. I'd say when I started making my channel, basically, I didn't really have any experience before doing YouTube, but then, so when I made the channel, it was 2016.
Okay.
So I guess around 2016. Yeah, around 2016, maybe a little bit before. Like in 2015, I started editing a couple things here and there.
Gotcha.
But 2016 was basically the main.
Gotcha. Yeah. Is there like any type of program that you use to edit your videos?
So I first started out, and from 2016 to basically this year until I got now I have Premiere Pro.
Gotcha.
But before that, I was using Power Director.
Power Director.
It was Power Director 14 Ultimate. So it was like a paid version. A lot of times Power Director, there's like free versions out there. Bro, my hair is actually gonna go crazy. Yeah, sorry. Like there's a lot of like free versions of Power Director that put like the little watermark at the bottom of the screen. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I think I have seen those.
Yeah. So I had like a paid version of that, so I didn't have the watermark.
Right.
It was pretty bad, but I made it work, right? You know what I mean? You find the workarounds. You go, okay, this works, this doesn't, and so I think I eventually, like, I don't know. You've seen my videos, like, they're not bad editing wise.
Right.
They're funny.
Especially for Power Directors.
Yeah, almost
infamously bad. Yeah.
His videos are funny.
Thank you.
Just saying.
Hey.
Yeah.
So on that note, when it comes to your channel, what is out of all the videos you made so far, what is your favorite one that you've done that you liked editing?
Wow. I gotta say, my favorite one has to be either the one that you saw with Drew I was cooking. We did that crazy salad video. That was pretty good. And the other one I gotta say is the Freddy Fazbear one.
The Freddy Fazbear.
Freddy Fazbear versus Mario and Luigi, right?
Yes.
That's probably one of my favorites right there.
Obviously, like I'm like making fun of like kids channels and stuff. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
Elsa and SPIDERMAN kind of stuff. Where it's
man,
those are like.
I mean, those are like kind of like gone now. Like
exactly.
Yeah.
Like so, I was almost like kind of like parodying that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like obviously I'm not actually making it. It's a joke on it.
Right.
But then we add my own little twist here and there.
Right. Definitely. So one of the stories that I've been thinking about recently is about your recent video when what we're doing like right now, the interview. So if you guys haven't seen it, which I'll definitely post a link down below along with others, is there's a recent video where my friend right here, Matt, has done a video where he interviewed like himself in 2 ways, and I don't want to spoil it too much, and there's also an invisible him too. So I would like to know, how did you do those effects where you had like multiple views in one place? How did you do it?
So I've done similar things like that in some of my older videos. I had like this whole like clone series thing where like I had clones of myself running around. So I already kind of had an idea of how I did that. So basically, I record myself in if it was like this, right? I'd record
Right.
myself in this seat, I'd do my take, and then I'd switch to your seat, make a new one, and then in editing, I'd like crop it so that way it's the same framing, and I just crop down the middle.
On Power Director or the recent thing you're doing?
So yeah, it was on Power Director. You were able to do that.
Gotcha.
Just
Wow,
it's like
that's-
a mask, you know. Like you could put like a mask on the video. So
I definitely need to like search that out.
Yeah.
That seems fun.
You could there's tutorials on YouTube and stuff like that.
YouTube, the place
The
YouTube's
place-
for everything, bro.
This is where it's going on,
Yeah. You
boys.
can
So,
find it. Just search it up.
so on that note, speaking of your friend Drew,
Yes.
I would like to know, like, how did you first meet Drew,
Mhm.
and also, is there more other collaborators and stuff you would like to meet in the near future?
I first met Drew back in I think 2017. So I think it was about a year into my YouTube thing.
Hmm.
I got a shout out from a channel, a big channel. That's how I got most of my subscribers. Was I went to in New York. There's a Nintendo store,
Mm-hmm.
and so I went there, and there was a YouTuber who was like waiting outside for the Switch, Nintendo Switch,
Oh.
and I met him, and he put me in his video, and so my friend Drew saw that video, came to my channel, and started being like, "Oh, I really like your stuff," and like a lot of the other people who were coming in, I don't know, they just seemed like
Very sketchy.
not sketchy, but they were coming for Nintendo content.
Hmm.
And so this guy, he was coming, and it made it like I felt like he was more like my other stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wasn't really like making Nintendo stuff, so a bunch of Nintendo fans were coming towards me and being like, "Hey, I like this Nintendo thing." And so
Right, right.
I tried to like start like skewing more towards like Nintendo content,
Hmm.
but like this kid Drew, he was like, "No, I like he liked my older stuff that
Right,
was
right.
not Nintendo."
Right.
So then I started like talking to him more, and then we started collaborating and stuff like that. And now we're good buds.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Also, like, is there any other like collaborators you like to?
Oh yeah. Not really. I mean, like right now, this is what it's all about, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
we're collaborating right now.
Yeah, that's
I know.
where it's the
I
place to
mean,
be.
who knows?
Yeah.
Later, me and him might do a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. Like, you guys watch out for like me and my friend Ribs collab. I don't know if it might be together or separate, but we'll be collabing with his channel like in the near future. We don't know when, but pretty soon.
Yeah.
So now we're going to get into favorites, which is now you can join in if you would like to, Rib.
Join
Join in.
Do it.
I am gonna do it.
Okay. So, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food.
Pizza. I mean,
Pizza is like the big one. Pizza's like,
So-
you know.
Dang, that's all three of our favorites.
I mean,
There you go.
you can't go wrong with pizza. Heck, maybe hamburgers too. I mean, just
Obviously, there's that soup that I like.
What type
Also-
of soup is it called?
Pasta fagioli.
it's a
pasta-
bean soup.
It's a, like
Bean
yeah,
soup. Okay.
It's like it's got some like noodles, got some beans,
Just
got some other
admit that it's a
vegetables.
bean soup.
I mean, you know, it's a little
It's,
mixture of everything.
it's just a bean.
All right, Toribio, he can go. Away.
It's a bean soup.
But I'd say pizza's like
Pizza.
It's the
So
most
wow,
consistent.
I like pizza too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Everybody
do
loves
like
pizza. Everybody likes
Asian
pizza.
Asian
No.
snacks too, though.
Oh, like what kind of stuff?
Like Pocky.
Pockies.
Pockies are great.
Definitely,
Right.
like even this video from Jimmy O Yang where he was looking at all the Chinese snacks.
Mhm.
Fire. I'm just like half of them I've seen like the animal crackers and stuff. I'm like, man, I've tried some of this stuff before. Like I've tried like pretty much not every single international snack, but
Yeah.
most of them they're very similar to like what we have here down in the West and stuff.
Okay.
Not all of them, but most of them.
Yeah.
So speaking of international, do you have like a favorite Japanese artist, or it could be like any artist from Asia?
So I'm not like too big on like K-pop or J-pop or stuff like that right now, but I do like a lot of like older Japanese music from like the 80s, 70s, and 80s, like
Alright.
city pop.
City pop, yeah, those
know what I mean?
things
Like-
have been popping. a
Yeah.
lot.
I mean, I dabble in
I
some
mean,
of
I
those kind of
listen to
things.
K-pop sometime here and there. I mean, I'm not a big fan of it, but it's
Mhm.
decent enough.
Like Tatsuro
Yeah.
Yamashita. I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
TM Works, yeah.
stuff like that.
Definitely like the last video I did about NOEL comics, oh man, he's really into that for sure.
Like City Pop kind of
The
stuff?
City Pop, yeah, and definitely like I believe Kenny Lauderdale as well. He like reviews like a lot of anime stuff. So definitely okay, so now we're down to like our final question.
Oh boy.
Which is before we all have to leave here is what was it where were you from, and what was it like growing up there, and growing up and where you were from, did it inspire you to become a filmmaker, or was it something else?
So I'm from Connecticut.
Right.
I was born there. I was raised there. I've lived there my whole life until this year when I moved down to Florida. Connecticut is interesting. It's very small. The state is microscopic compared to.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
it's like the Ant-Man of the United States.
I think it's like this. So I think it's the second or third smallest state. It's not the smallest state, but it's like it's up there.
Right.
But it's near New York, and it's near a lot of like cities. Boston, New York. It'll go a little further down. You get like DC to the bunch of places, but there's not really much in Connecticut to do in Connecticut.
Yeah. I can relate.
Yeah. And from where I'm from, it's even like a smaller town in Connecticut. So
a small town on a small town.
Yeah, small town in a small state. It's like
yeah, there's nothing right there. That seems like there's nothing to do.
Yeah, I mean, but it's got some charm to it. You know what I mean? A small town always has charm. So I feel like, but that being said, yeah, there wasn't any like film things around me. There wasn't anything like that.
Right.
I was making my videos, and I was like, my whole thing is like, I was making videos, but I kind of wanted to like step it up. You know what I'm saying? Do some more like actual big things.
Right.
But the colleges around me didn't really like.
Around Connecticut, it didn't relate to you, right?
Yeah, the Connecticut colleges are fantastic. Like they're great, but the film programs in there, it wasn't like it. There was never like a film major. You know what I mean? You can like do other things. You can like there was film classes and like communications. I think would be like the main thing I'd have to go into.
Right.
But then I saw down here, I was like, okay, I could actually dedicate myself to just doing film rather than like doing a bunch of things in a college, like a normal college thing.
Gotcha.
And so I was just like, it didn't feel right. It felt like I would be forcing myself to go to college down there.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'll go down here instead.
All right.
Yeah. So nothing really like made me a filmmaker down in Connecticut because there was really nothing. I was the only one I knew that was like wanted to do something similar to this.
On that note of film, was there a specific type of film or something like that that made you be like, you know what? That's what I want to do. I want to make like edits, videos, and stuff like that.
Whoa.
Technical difficulties.
I mean, like, not really. I'm trying to think. Not maybe like a movie. I mean, like, there was YouTube channels and stuff that like inspired me to do YouTube, and then from there, that inspired me to like want to go into filmmaking. And then
Spider-Man on YouTube. Wait, what?
What?
You said Spider-Man on YouTube. Just watching Spider-Man?
Did I say Spider-Man?
Yeah, you said Spider-Man.
Did you hear me say Spider-Man?
Yes.
No, I think I heard you say there were some videos on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
It did sound like you
said Spider-Man.
I mean, but and the same track, I do think of Spider-Man, so like that's just me.
Yeah. I think I might have said it inspired me, and I might have like,
your words got
mixed up. A little jumbled. There were YouTube videos and channels that inspired me to make my own YouTube stuff.
Gotcha.
And then from there, it it made me like look into filmmaking.
If you don't mind me asking, what YouTube channels were there? Like, was it Smosh? Come on.
Thank you. Yeah, I would like to know.
Hell yeah.
Smosh, all right.
But not really. Like Smosh was like okay. I don't know. I'm thinking.
I mean, there's like, especially
there's like one specific channel that you would watch.
Rhett and Link.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty good.
Like the old stuff. Like
the old school stuff. Like,
yeah.
I literally was just watching the recent. Well, it's not recent, but just a video that was old of put some bacon on it. That was the one.
That's what I'm saying.
You shared that to me, and I remember seeing it a while.
Yeah.
Rub some bacon on it.
Recommend it. Watch it. Listen to it. You'll have a good time.
Let's see. There's some other ones like you guys know Super Mega?
Yeah, I know.
I've heard. It sounds
Yeah.
familiar.
They did some like vlogs and skits and stuff like that, and that's kind of like the same humor that Drew and I have. So it's
Gotcha.
Like, that kind of like worked in that sense.
Sweet.
Yeah. You know, do you know McJuggernuggets?
I've heard about McJuggernuggets.
They did like Psycho Dad videos.
Mm.
That was
okay. That sounds super familiar. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't like them anymore. But, whoa, what was that? At the time.
It was like a hair.
Yeah. At the time, you know, when I was younger.
Well, when you're younger,
Yeah,
YouTube was good.
things
YouTube
change,
was
yeah.
good at that time.
Yeah.
Like, you got, like, the old Smosh, the old PewDiePie.
Right.
They're all still doing stuff, but like,
Right.
no, they're not. It's not the same. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
most definitely. I just watched a recent PewDiePie video. Earlier.
Well, yeah, PewDiePie.
I mean, PewDiePie still has some good videos.
Italian. It was trying Italian snacks, and he had his.
I saw that. I saw that.
So,
It literally, it's
I didn't
so
watch it, but yeah.
earlier this morning. That was crazy. All right. Well, that is it for these questions for today. Thank you for visiting, Matt, and also Rib, and
Of course.
also coming in the near future. I'm also going to have an interview with my best friend Rib. But
this guy.
thank you so much for joining in,
Of course, man.
especially you,
Thank you
and
very much.
also my best friend Rib. And we'll see you guys later. See ya.
Bye.
I hope you guys enjoyed this interview today. Our shoutouts not only goes to Mattack and Rib, but it also goes to Drew, Roland the Rino, Alan from Sesame Street, and Mr. Gumpfish. Now, what's coming up now for besides another episode of this? It's also my Q&A special for Thanksgiving. And as you all know, until next time, I'll see you guys all again. Goodbye!